Hi, today we're going to wash dishes. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start with a clean sink. So make sure that there isn't anything in the sink, including dishes or old pieces of food or anything like that. So clean out the sink, and then you're going to put a plug in the drain. So that goes right inside there, and that's going to keep the water inside the sink. We're then going to turn on warm water and fill the sink halfway with the water. We're going to let that fill up a little bit. Make sure the plug is in there tight. This one doesn't want to stay. There we go. Okay, and while it's filling with more water, you're going to take a dish soap and you're just going to add a couple drops of dish soap into the sink. So I just did 2 drops. Let that fill up. It's going to bubble a little bit for you. I might add a little bit more soap. And while that's filling, I'm going to put my dirty dishes in the sink. Do this very carefully because you might be using some glass dishes, you might be using plastic, so just make sure you're careful when you're putting the dishes in the sink. And then you're going to use a dishcloth, get that wet. And then you're going to wash each of the dishes. You're going to wash each of the dishes very carefully. This is a glass, so I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to take the dishcloth and make sure you get the inside and the outside. Then when I'm done washing the dish, I'm going to rinse it carefully, and then I'm going to set it here in the dish rack. So next I'm going to wash a bowl. Same thing, make sure that you're washing the inside nice and thoroughly and the outside. I'm going to turn my water off now because I have the sink half full with water. So I'm washing the outside and I'm washing the inside really thoroughly. You just want to look at it to make sure that it's clean, and then when you see that it's clean, you're going to rinse all the bubbles off of it. And again, set that in the rack. If your water gets too hot, you can add a little bit of cold water too, to make sure that it's a comfortable temperature for you. So I'm doing a coffee mug, again the inside and the outside. The dishes can get slippery when they're wet, so you have to make sure that you hold on to them tightly. If you're washing utensils, make sure you're very careful. This is a spoon, but if you're doing knives, you have to make sure that you're very careful. Have an adult with you. Okay, that was my last dish to wash. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to unplug the sink and the water is going to drain. I'm going to rinse out my dish towel. Just run it under the water and squeeze it. Get that nice and rinsed. Lay that on the sink so that can dry. And then just make sure that you rinse out the sink. You want to get rid of the bubbles and any extra food that's in there. So you can either use your hand or just let the water run and rinse out the sink. And you can dry your hands off. Then you're done.